How to remove strong false beliefs like I know I'm straight and heterosexual, but I feel like I made wrong false belief that I'm gay. Wrong false belief. I don't understand. Two negatives in a sentence. So that means a accurate belief, wrong, false belief. Kind of confusing. I never want to be gay. I know I'm straight. Okay, well, that's it. But the problem is with you guys is that you're doubting the doubt. Hmm? Belief, the fact that you're not gay, and then a suggestion, intrusive thought, tries to make you think that you are. And then you're doubting the fact that this is false. That's what that's what OCD is. OCD is called doubting disease. So you're using the same brain that is in the glitch of doubting to judge the doubt itself, which is going to be doing the same thing as it is the disorder that it's in. It's going to doubt the doubt. So the cue here for you is that not to rely on the brain suggestions and the thoughts that it appears on it without you actually using your vetoes and choices and your preferences and your values and your awareness. You are the awareness, not the brain. So when the brain suggests something, you're not supposed to take it seriously or pay attention to it. Just understand that you're going to help it to rewire itself to a default setting so it will behave as it's designed to do. And if it's not, you correct it, meaning you don't pay attention to it. And you go through the 4 steps of Dr. Schwartz and then help yourself to help the brain to rewire. But you're constantly analyzing what the brain spits out with the same brain that is already in a disorder. How could you get the right answer with it? The brain is in disorder, making unwanted, inaccurate suggestions and conclusions. And you want to judge if it's not all right with the same brain that is already in a disorder. And you want to count on this new judgment about that doubt. Well, it's going to do the same thing that has started the whole process of doubting. Is going to create another intrusive thoughts about what its opinion is about that doubting. Once you make an opinion that, no, I'm straight, then it's going to doubt that. What if you're not? So I just said that there was a question about that. Are you heterosexual or you're homosexual? And you come up with your brain, say, no, I'm heterosexual. Then the same brain comes up with, what are you sure? Then you say, yes, I am. Well, what if the brain is not saying, yes, I am? Well, you're going to be using the same apparatus that is already faulty. It's malfunctioning. That's not the way to continue this. You got to remember that you got to rewire the brain. Stop asking its opinion. Go with your awareness and your choices and vetoes. That's it. In the study that Dr. Libet did, hear carefully, in the laboratory, they suggested to the participants that there's a clock on the clinic, on the laboratory wall, and the second hand and the first hand, but there's a second counting hand, the one that goes tick, 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 tick every second. And they put apparatuses on everybody's brain to probe the brain to know the electromagnetic activities in the brain while this experiment continues. So they said, as soon as you made a decision, a simple decision such as push a button, as soon as you made the decision to push the button, don't push the button, just made the decision to push the button, look at the clock on the wall and log in what time exactly it was that you decided to push the button. Not when you push the button, you decided to push the button. So everybody did this exercise and they wrote down exactly, let's say 11 seconds after 10, this particular person, and has the probes of electromagnetic counting on his head. While he's doing that, he logged by looking at the clock that 11 seconds after 10, I made the decision to push the button. So then they looked at the data that was coming from the brain at the exact time that this person said that he logged when he made the decision, 11 seconds after 10. The brain activity in the measuring apparatus showed that about second or certain amount of second before 11 seconds after 10, there was a spike in the brain. So the materialist said, hey, see, brain knows everything before we do it. Brain is us. We follow the brain. Dr. Labit said, wait, there's a second part to this experiment. The second part of the experiment was that when you make a decision at a certain time that you will log it, that you want to push the button, then right there, say, no, I changed my mind. I don't want to push the button. So first you make a decision and log it when, and then you say, no, I changed my mind, whenever, a few seconds later or whatever, that I don't want to push the button. And still the probes were here for both exercises. So when they look at the data that came from when they vetoed the decision that they had made, and they had logged it at 11 seconds after 10 that they want to push the button, and then a few seconds later or whenever later they decided, no, I don't want to push the button. Before they push the button, they cancel it. They veto it. And that was, let's say, 20 seconds after 10. They logged it. And when they look at the electromagnetic apparatus's data, they saw the brain wasn't even there. At the veto, the brain activity is zero, no activity, meaning the brain is not even aware of your awareness commanding to veto, which means the ultimate decision of life is in your hand, not the brain. Brain can make a certain material process of the electromagnetic charges that it needs for that material process of making a decision to take place maybe a millisecond before you actually make that decision and log the time. But the brain has no idea what your final decision will be, which means there are aspects of you and the mind that the brain cannot even reach, which separates you completely, that you're not the brain is not you, and brain is the subordinate to you. So when it comes out and opens its shitty mouth and suggests something to you, whatever it may be, it's not credible. Only you are credible. What you veto or choose is the credible thing, not what the brain suggests, which actually in this exercise showed when you switch any kind of an outcome and veto it, change your choice, brain is oblivious, doesn't even know, because it's beyond its pay grade. When you understand this, then you know you're in command, not the brain. So all suggestions of the brain, intrusive suggestions, suggestions that unwanted, suggestions that you do not agree with, it's not part of your choices in life, they're all irrelevant and not worthy at all. All right? All right, let's see. Subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mind@seekstruth.com, making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon.